And in today's video, guys, I'm talking to you directly from Spain with this awesome guy here, my guest, Rodrigo Vaz from K-Tech. Rodrigo, say hi to everyone.
Hey guys, how's it going? Is everything good with you? Today we're here with the beloved Marcon, who came to visit and get to know a bit of this side of northern Spain here in Galicia. And look what he brought for us to discuss here in this video. We're going to talk about a lot of topics here about cameras, processors, screens, batteries, everything you love. I hope you enjoy the video and thanks for the invitation.
That's it. That's what it is. Actually, he brought several devices for us to have that debate. We'll choose by category which one has the best processor, which one has the best battery, which one has the best camera. And in the end, of course, each of us will choose our favorite. In other words, which device he would use personally and which one I would choose. And we'll also talk about cost benefit for mid-range devices too. Of course, we're going to go over everything with you. It's great having a smartphone expert here with us, right, Rodrigo?
More or less. I used to be better.
So that's it. Get ready because we'll be right back with you right after the intro.
Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome to another video here on K-Tech. Today, Marcos and Rodrigo from K-Tech are with you. Let's talk about cell phones, my friends. We're nearly halfway through 2026 already, right, Rodrigo? And we have to more or less decide what our choices would be. A good device, cost-effective.
A lot of things nowadays, right?
And that flagship killer we always talk about, right? The one that gets close to the top models, but also costs less, which a lot of people are looking for.
That used to be OnePlus's thing, but they gave up that crown, right?
Yeah, actually, that's how it was. It was the OnePlus. Xiaomi became really strong because of that, but then their prices ended up...
It became really popular, right?
Yeah, the price went up later, and today it's already on par with the big brands too. We're a bit stuck, but there are still interesting opportunities to discuss. Shall we start the video, Rodrigo? Let's start by looking for a more affordable device. There are a lot of people looking for devices that cost around, I don't know, 1,500 Rs up, 1,700 up, 1,800. At most, the limit is up to 2,000. We know that in Brazil, for example, we have Xiaomi devices, the Poco line, the Redmi line, right? There are Samsung devices, especially the A series from Samsung. Yes. There's also Motorola with the Edge series,
RP, right?
Although I think maybe...
It runs a little over, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little over budget, right? Maybe soon it'll get better.
Prices usually adjust, but since it's a new release, it's still about RP 1000 to RP 2000 or a bit more, right?
Yeah, so then, in your opinion, if you had it, let's say at most two, right? Two devices in the range of up to, at the limit of 2 RP 1000 that you think deliver a good overall package. A good device you'd recommend over most competitors. Which one do you think is really worth it?
Yes. Man, I always go more for the Poco line and the Redmi line, which are the cost-benefit options, from this more basic line, right?
I agree.
Let's say, I don't know, you brought the Poco M8 Pro 5G here. It's an excellent device. Take it out.
Man, I agree with him.
Delivering a lot, right? In terms of quality, not just battery, good processor, right? This one here comes with a Snapdragon processor.
This one here is the 7S Gen 4, for example, so it's already an interesting Snapdragon. And it has a peculiarity within Xiaomi because it's practically the...
Note 15 Pro, right? Very similar. Even in terms of design, if you compare them side by side, right? They're very similar. The only real difference is the colors here, right? But it's a device that delivers good cameras, pretty decent, right? They're quite acceptable. They're not bad cameras.
And actually, this year surprised me. I even liked it more because usually the Poco M series didn't have great cameras. And this year, I thought it was better. I felt like they improved.
They improved a lot, yes. I thought so too. And Xiaomi, they do that a lot. The Poco line is usually cheaper, more affordable than the Redmi line, right? Than Xiaomi's own line. So, they end up delivering the same device, practically identical, very similar, but at a better price. So that's why I always go, when people ask me for recommendations for good value, good devices with a nice entry-level price, I tend to lean more towards the Poco line. For example,
comparing it with the Redmi Note 15 Pro 5G, we're talking about a device that has practically the same battery. It's 6,500 mAh versus 6,580 mAh, so basically the same battery. But the charging is faster, 100 watts of charging. The other one, the Redmi Note, is 45 watts. So it has better charging.
45 or 66.
Now I have to get it. I think 45 was the previous version. I think it was 14.
60 and 66 watts you,
But anyway.
Check it and then put it on the screen.
But anyway, it loses. The processor right over there, it's the MediaTek, the Dimensity 7500 here. It's the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. And guys, I already sent you these offers, around 1,600 Rs for the 256 GB version.
It's a great value, isn't it?
It's really good, man. I think in this price range, really. And actually, there's one that I don't have here. I don't have it here. It could be that one, but the problem is that when it first comes out, it's expensive, right? Samsung, the Galaxy A series. Here I have the Galaxy A57. Recently released, it's a great device, but I think its main issue is, have you already made a video about it?
I'm going to make one about the one you have with you.
All right then, I'll leave it with you then. I'll leave this with you so you can make the video about this device. Because I think the big problem with this device is the Galaxy A56. Because it was
It's an excellent device.
so well balanced.
And now it's such a good price.
Now that its price has dropped a lot, that's causing problems for the A57, which is an excellent device.
Its competitor is the previous generation.
Perfect. So I think the real competition there would be between the M8 Pro and the A56. Do you agree with me?
Yes, that makes more sense.
I think in that range, in that price bracket,
Because here the Galaxy A57 is already in a higher tier, a more expensive device. So it's going to compete, I don't know, maybe with the X8 Pro, right? In terms of price.
wow, I mentioned the X8 Pro here. It's interesting to discuss this since its price is also starting to drop.
It's already dropped.
It's already started to drop in price. And there's also the X7 Pro. The X7 Pro has dropped even more in price. For those who still want a good device, especially focused on performance, there's also the X7 Pro. Look how beautiful this device is.
This green is even more beautiful, man. I think it's the most beautiful. I got it. X8 Pro, exactly. It was this one in this color. I don't have it anymore. I already sold it here. But it's the color I thought was the nicest. And the device is clean, right? It's clean and also very neat.
Right? I think it's an awesome device. If it's at the right price too, it's an awesome device. So let's close the deal like this. I think we can come to a conclusion here. The best value for money in this category, up to a maximum of 2000 Rs, we can go with the Galaxy A series, and it can even be from the previous year's version. The Poco X series, and especially now the Poco M series, right? The M8, which is really great.
Exactly. The Poco M series had a considerable leap from the previous generation to this one. It's really good. It improved a lot. That's true. The Redmi series, some things, right?
I found them very similar. The 15 and the 14.
Yeah, more of the same. Me too. But I think the Poco M series has improved a lot.
They actually say that the M8 Pro took the place of what would have been the regular X8. Yeah, you know? So that's why it made this jump in quality.
Exactly. I don't know Samsung's A series yet. I haven't tested this A57, so
I'm going to test it. I'm not even going to open this here yet so I can show it to you. You'll have to wait. I'll put it aside because Rodrigo will do a review. So you can also see a bit of the A57.
But the A56 is what you mentioned. It's a bestseller. Its price is great. It's a really good device that will give you a lot as well. In terms of processor, it's really nice. Its battery is holding up well too. The battery is really good. And the cameras are also pretty decent on this device, the A56.
So it's cool that he mentioned that because when it comes to cameras, especially for those who want video, among the mid-range phones, it's going to be the best choice because it also records 4K on the front camera. So for content creators who have a slightly lower budget, I think the A56 is worth it, especially if the focus is on the camera. If you want something extra, a bit more battery, the Poco lineup I think covers that, right? Exactly. So we're done with this one. Let's clear this up. Let's move on.
And as usual, all the links are in the description, right? All the devices we're talking about here, you'll find the link in the description.
For sure, for sure. And of course, in the deals group as well. Are you with the deals group, Rodrigo?
I'm with the group too.
Rodrigo runs the deals group where we share good deals for you to get at great prices with discount coupons. That's why joining the deals group is worthwhile. Now, shall we move to the next category? Now, let's do the following.
Let's take it up a notch now.
Yeah, let's move up a step. Let's go to the next one.
Things are getting dangerous.
Yeah, let's go to the flagship killer category. The one that doesn't quite reach the level of the top ones. Not the very best. It won't beat them since a top phone in Brazil now costs at least 5,000 Rs. That's the truth.
And up.
Yeah, it's at least 5,000. So really the price has gone up, unfortunately. So we can't get anything really top of the line below that. It's really hard. But there are some devices here that might fit this idea of being a device that will give you a lot, will really deliver, of course, giving up a little thing here and there, and costing maybe around 3,000, 2,000 and something high, something like that. What comes to your mind right away? Is there anything that, man,
Brazil price, you know, sometimes you even get a little lost because since imports kind of stopped, you end up relying on resellers and then each one charges whatever they want. You see the same device, one person selling it for 3, another for 5. That's true. That happens a lot. So you kind of end up without any reference for prices, right? And I don't know, man, what could we list as the main competitors then? What do you think?
Look, there's the...
I'll pass him the ball now. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm gonna throw this to the folks here on the channel. In fact, when I made the video and everything, they commented a lot about it. Grab the X8 Pro Max. Grab the X8 Pro Max. This device, guys, has a processor that won't let you down for anything because its processing power is amazing. It has a huge battery. Here are its specs. If I'm not mistaken, it has an 8,500 mAh battery, right? Yeah, 8,500, 100 watts charging, fast charging, an insanely good screen too. 120 Hz refresh rate, 6.83 inches AMOLED, Dolby Vision, HDR10+.
What's the lowest price you've seen for this device in Brazil?
So it's already started to drop. 3,200, 3,100, I don't think that's its target price. I think when it gets to around 2,800, you'll find it. Not to mention, that's a great price.
I think that...
Around 2,800, then I think it might trigger. Why am I saying this? Because at the same time, you start competing, for example, with 3,500, 3,500, 3,600. We recently sent the Galaxy S26, the base model, for 3,600. Of course, it's a specific occasional promotion, but we can get it. We get the Galaxy S25, which is a more complete device. Okay, it leaves a little to be desired in terms of battery. There are some things, but I still don't think it can compete at that flagship level, right? Do you agree with me?
Yes, that's true. I agree. And we also saw last week or the week before the price drop of this guy here, right?
Man, that one was amazing. Yeah.
Like half the launch price?
Right? Take this one. We can't really call it a flagship killer anymore because it's basically the flagship. It's close in the lineup, but not at the top for a small reason. I don't know if you know. What's missing from it to make it exactly like the top ones? What do you think? Man, just to see if you remember. Competing, for example, here with the S26 Ultra, let's say, from Samsung, what do you think is the one thing where it maybe falls behind?
Maybe it'll lose, of course, to the Samsung in cameras. That's missing one, I don't know. A camera with maybe more megapixels, I don't know.
Actually, when it comes to cameras for photos, I think they're equivalent. They're really close. In fact, DxOMark said it's winning, but then we have to question a few things. But in video, Samsung still wins. In my review, when I did it in the comparison I made, I showed this to you guys. In video, it's still a step behind. But in my view, that's not the point because it also has a very good camera.
That's what I was going to say. Motorola for me is top of the line. I would put it among the top ones. But what about you?
Did you catch its scent?
Yeah, that's the fragrance it comes with.
Yeah, that perfume is great. The phone's scent already got here, but its real strength is the processor. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Against the 8 Gen 5. So it's not the Elite. Yeah. In other words, but that's just in terms of cost, guys. Just in terms of cost. Because
actually, it won't fail to deliver anything this one delivers in practice.
in practical use, in your day-to-day life, you won't notice this difference. Also, it still has the advantage of being a thinner device. Its design is spectacular, this device as well. And the battery is even bigger. Yes, the battery is even bigger than Samsung's. It's silicon carbon, because they put in a new technology. So for me, it is a flagship, okay? And we could say it's a flagship killer because it beat, do you remember the price I showed you? No, the price that it beat it.
It was
8,000. And do you remember when it beat it now this week?
4.5, wasn't it?
It reached 3,900 and something on Pix, man. 3,900 and something on Pix, and now we still find it around 4,600. So
I still think that's a good price for this device, really, right? It's really worth it. So, but let's go. To call it the flagship killer is because this one, the signature, you would consider it a mid-range. For me,
it's already a flagship, it's just not because of that. It just doesn't have the very top processor. But in everything else, it's top-notch. Yeah.
the best processor overall. Yes, I'm not sure. I'd also be unsure about calling it a flagship because he talked about the processor. When he asked me here what was missing, I kept thinking, well, there's nothing missing from this device. But it's because he really mentioned it. I even told him here, man, there are so many devices, I can't remember all the specs of the devices off the top of my head, right? There's a lot of stuff here in front of me, but that's it. The processor isn't the newest, but it's more recent and will deliver on everything. This device won't let you down with processing tasks. I'm gonna put it over there to the side. With the S26 Ultra, man, it might lose, I don't know, in terms of processing. It may lose a little, but it's so subtle you won't notice. So taking the price of R4000 or 3000, R3900, like he said it reached, I think it's an excellent flagship killer.
At R4500, this device is outstanding.
That's the price?
At least in my mind, it's really worth it.
That's the price it's hitting. Now it's dropped a little, but that's what it was hitting on the F8.
Ultra, is that it? Yeah, F8 Ultra at the R4000 party, right? We'll discuss it soon since I think it has some advantages over others.
That's a different category, right?
I think so. I think you'll agree with me on this point. But like in Brazil, man, in Brazil today, if someone asked me which is the best, the top, considering also, of course, what it delivers and the price, I think the signature goes to Motorola. So it's like, it's Samsung and Motorola. Those are the two. Those are the two. Why? We have one here that's sensational. Do you agree with me, Rodrigo? This one is already a total flagship. The Find X9 Pro, the Oppo Find X9, the X9 Pro, excellent. In my view, today, on a Brazil level, what's officially available for sale in Brazil is the best device. Do you agree or not? That's it.
Is it around 8,000 in Brazil for that?
A little over 8,000 with carrier promotions since it arrived in Brazil at around 12 grand. That's a lot, not just a little. If you ignored the price, which device would you choose? Oppo Find X9 Pro Galaxy S26 Ultra or Motorola Quad?
Man, it's settled.
I'm torn.
So I would consider it and factor in the price.
No, forget it. Forget the price. Forget the price? Forget it. They're all the same price. Go.
I would go with the other one.
Oppo, same here. Its only weakness for me is the sound, which is a bit weaker. I would choose it too, but since the price is too high and they won't lower it, that's it.
There's only one left. I was just about to comment. I think I saw it on the Oppo website selling for 8,800 or maybe 8,900, something like that, on Oppo's official website.
It's already starting to go down, so it's getting interesting.
I'll even check that later, but I saw that last week.
Pay attention, things are about to get interesting. If the carrier or official site drops the price, it'll become a great deal. This device looks amazing and is really awesome. In my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful ones here. Is there a full review? You've already done a review of it too, right? Yeah, there's no way not to. There's no way not to do it, but it's spectacular. But I think that, considering the situation in Brazil and the prices we've been seeing today, only these two options are left for you among the best. Galaxy S26 Ultra and Motorola Signature. If you want to save a little more without giving up much, here it is. That's true. It's the best value for money among the most advanced ones, right? I totally agree.
Yes.
That's it. Another part done. Let's take advantage of the F8 Ultra being here. We're making a mess, but that's fine. Just leave it. The F8 Ultra is here. It almost didn't make it. I'm going to ask you a question, Rodrigo. We even have here and here, up to now, the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the Galaxy S26 Ultra. The best devices when it comes to audio. Yes, they're practically stereo speakers here. Exceptional quality. So AMV is not very related. This device here, what can you tell me about it?
Sound by Bose, right? I mean, how do you say it? Do you know the correct way? Is it Bose?
Sound by Bose. Bose. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think it's Bose.
I say it, but there were some people in the comments saying it's not Bose, it's not Bose. I don't know.
No, it's good, Bose.
I'm not sure if it's pronounced Bose in English, but I think so.
Please help us by writing this clearly so we understand and avoid future mistakes. Write it the Brazilian way so we can understand.
That's good.
Alright, if you put it there so we can see how it's done. And this device is also nice.
It's nice. It's really nice. Look here, see. It's like this, man. My opinion about this device is... realmente... Really, one of its highlights is the audio, which is very good. It's excellent, right? It's top-notch. The audio is really top. The audio is loud, it's full-bodied, it doesn't distort, it doesn't lose quality, it really delivers. But that's not all this device has to offer, right? It's not just the audio, right? Well, that's it. It really delivers. The screen is very good, the battery is excellent. The processor is top-notch, isn't it?
It's the Snapdragon 850 G5, right?
So, and the cameras too, right? The camera setup is really well adjusted. Well, I think maybe if they brought in a periscope lens with a bit more power, with greater reach. But it's like that too, Rodrigo. Do you really need such a periscope lens? You don't. But if you're talking about a flagship, if you want to compete with the top of the line, then it needs to have it, right? To be able to beat those top models.
But it's also that thing, if it came with it, then it would get really expensive. Then the market would say at that price, I'd definitely buy a Galaxy S20.
And it's already an expensive device, right? It doesn't really have that flagship identity, right? Of being a flagship killer, of always coming as a cheaper, more affordable device. But because of imports, I'll say it again, the prices of all devices have gone up a lot, especially those that aren't manufactured here in Brazil. Since they have to come from abroad, that ends up making them much more expensive, right? But here in Europe, it's not a cheap device either.
Yeah, it's not. It already goes a bit beyond the mid-range and really moves into the advanced mid-range. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's the final step before the top. That's why it is.
Includes a top-of-the-line processor, screen and sound that's better than many premium models, plus faster charging. Like you said, maybe the periscope camera is what would make it truly top tier.
We were just at lunch now talking about the old devices, you know? The first ones we got back then. And man, it just came to my mind now, the first one that launched, the Poco F1, did you have that device?
Pocophone. The guy got to know the Pocophone F1. No, I didn't have it, but I watched many reviews about it.
Man, that device was the real deal, like a true flagship killer. It was a fantastic device. It sold millions and millions of units. It sold a lot, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who still have this device today.
The device made the line famous.
Right, exactly. It was the first one they brought, and it was the one that established the brand, the one that established the name as a flagship killer. But as time went by, the generations kept going up, right? They kept advancing and the prices didn't stay the lowest, right? They went up along with the generations too. So they're still a bit cheaper than the top-of-the-line devices, but they've lost a lot of that essence from the Poco F1 and Poco F2, even the F3 as well. It also had that same characteristic of being a device that delivered a lot for a much lower price. But anyway, that's just how it is here in Brazil.
If you're still really into HyperOS, Xiaomi system, you like the system, you're used to it and don't want to switch, and you want a top device, the F8 Ultra, I think it's still really worth it. It's definitely worth it, of course. That's why here in Brazil there's this thing. We have to find a good price, but if we find a good price, we'll let you know in the group.
Hey, you guys.
Now let's get to the point, Rodrigo. This is tough. This is tough when it comes to batteries, because nowadays we see a lot of numbers, right? We see a lot of numbers, including the X8 Pro Max, which has a really high number, like 8,000 and 8,500 mAh down there. And we also have, again, the Find X9 Pro here with 7,000 and 7,500 mAh. But there are a lot of people who want a device because of the battery. My friends, if that's what you want, I don't think you can go wrong with these two.
That's true, that's true. So people come to me and ask, Rodrigo, which device do you recommend? I have 3,000, I have 4,000 to spend. I say, man, it's the same. I could just copy and paste it to everyone, see if you agree with me. But it's the same answer I always give. What do you prioritize in a device? What's good for me might not be good for you. I prioritize cameras. Of course, if I have one of the best cameras in the world in my hands, it's also going to come with one of the best processors, battery, and screens, and all of that kind of goes together. But there are some tricks, right? Some little hacks you can use to spend a bit less and still get what you're looking for. For example, if you want the best processor available now, it's the 8 Elite Gen 5. You'll see devices priced at 4,000 and others at 10,000 or 12,000, all with the same processor. If you value the processor, I'll recommend a device. If you prefer the camera, I'll suggest a different one. For battery or screen size, there are other options. Some people specifically want a large screen. That's another one, the S26 Ultra.
And that was the idea behind this video, precisely because a lot of people want to know which one is the best, but we want to show you which one is the best according to your needs.
The best one for you.
Yeah, then you'll evaluate and see what you think. I'm sure that in this video, by the end, you'll find what you're looking for. Exactly, absolutely sure.
And I'll say this, we were even joking around here too. Mark already did the comparison. I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
No, not yet, not yet. You can do it later, you can watch it later.
For me, the best device today overall is this one right here, the Oppo Find X9 Ultra.
Man, this guy just gives out spoilers.
It was so awesome, I couldn't help myself, but I held back.
He's been wanting this device for ages.
It's because he's telling me that in some scenarios, what he has here is this one right here. The Vivo X300 Ultra, he's saying that in some scenarios, it's better than this one here. I don't doubt it, okay?
This one is also better in some cases.
All right then, he already said it here. We'll see. I'll try to do it. I'll record his video. But let's see if I can also do a comparison of both, capture a few scenarios here as well so I can compare. But that's it. Yeah, here we're taking a lot of things into consideration, not just the camera. Like I told you, for me, the main thing is the camera, but there's also the design. Look, man, look at the build of this device. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Thank God he removed the case. I told him he was committing a crime.
That's why I took it off. That's why I took it off.
He put on a cover that hides.
It's due to the load I put in the car.
It's beautiful, but look at this device.
It fits right there. This one is amazing.
I think this one is really beautiful. I think it's gorgeous too. But that one over there is really beautiful.
A lot of people say, wow, that's awful. It looks like a stove burner, both this one and that one.
Yeah, but there are people who don't like it.
Who don't like it?
But this one is beautiful. This one is beautiful.
It's a matter of each person's taste. There's nothing that's going to be perfect for everyone. That doesn't exist.
I'll add that Oppo currently has the two most beautiful devices. the Oppo Find X9 Pro and the Oppo Find X9 Ultra, and that's another very interesting point for Oppo. Completely different devices. We usually see the S26 with the S26 Ultra or the iPhone 17 Pro. They're practically the same, but here they make a completely different design, and both are beautiful. So in this regard, I think it's also very beautiful.
I meant that color on the X9 Pro, really beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I'm eager to do this comparison. That's how it is. Before I had this device here, my personal device was the X300 Pro, which is the younger brother of this one, right? Was it good? Awesome device, really amazing, awesome, very, very good. But the tests I did with the Oppo, I said, wait a minute. This one is going to be my device from today on, because I noticed a real difference in quality. Like, a difference in quality compared to what I was using, which was the Vivo X300 Pro. When it comes to cameras, which is what I said I value the most here, I noticed a big difference. I found this device to be much better in terms of cameras than the Vivo X300 Pro, much better.
And I don't blame you because I switched everything to the Oppo Find X9 Ultra. I was using it until the Vivo arrived. Because honestly, I said no, it doesn't make sense for me anymore. Where's the it doesn't make sense for me to use Samsung anymore if I have access to this here? Unfortunately, in Brazil, you guys don't. If I have access to this, it no longer makes sense. In Brazil, that's still the standard, but if you don't have it, it's bad.
For better or worse, Brazilians end up being really stuck with this. It's Apple, Samsung, Motorola, and Xiaomi, right? Now, Xiaomi has this. This is Xiaomi.
It depends, right? Because Xiaomi only has the official store there, but most of them,
most top models don't come.
It's hard for them to find this here. Look, in Brazil, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, it's tough. You can't access it anymore. Usually it's through Porto or Paraguay, via sellers or resellers. Still, it's hard and expensive to get this device. So Xiaomi is usually still in Brazil, but only in the mid-range line. In the top of the line models, they're still a bit more scarce, right? Yeah. But Rodrigo, since we arrived and made so much progress...
I'm looking at another one over there, which I'm waiting for you to mention because I want to comment on it, but go ahead, say it.
Is it that one? Is it this one here? That's the one. All right then. We're going to ask a question. All right then, let's ask a question. In your opinion, Rodrigo, since it has this feature and the focus here too, which we've also talked about, which of the current devices would you give the gold medal for innovation? This was the most innovative smartphone making a real impact unlike anything before.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's him, that guy right there. It's him.
It's that guy right there. You already came with the script ready, right, man? No.
It's because I really thought exactly that, man. When I brought him, I said, man, where is he going to stand out? You know, is it here?
I still don't get why Xiaomi hasn't released this globally. I didn't understand until then.
Usually we do that, right? They test it first in China, see the buzz it creates, and maybe it'll come out now on the 18th. On the 18th, by the way, I have some important news to tell you. I don't know if you already know, but starting with this next launch, the launch of the Ultra line, it's going to be global. The Xiaomi line will be global at the same time. Launch in China and global launch. Great. It will launch at the end of September. He launched this one.
It launched. It's because it launches first in China, and then like 2 or 3 months later, it launches here.
That's right. He launched the Xiaomi 17 Ultra in January, I believe, and will now launch it in China too. Look at that.
No, man, this is wonderful. Look how beautiful this device is.
Yeah, this one is really for you to be able to take a photo here. Look, you have to unlock the device because it was off, but you can control your rear camera here. Here, look, control the rear camera.
Take a selfie, but video.
Do it using the best camera here, man. This is amazing, dude. Really good.
Incredible, really good.
So I think everyone who saw this said, man, I want this on my device, right? I think so.
I even got to the point where I said I'm going to keep it for myself, but man, it's in English. So you have to adapt, install the Play Store. It'll work. Everything will run, okay? But then there's the Android Auto thing. Then you have to do something else, more tricks. Then I said, man, no, I don't want it.
It's a bunch of workarounds, yeah. A bunch of workarounds, a lot of adapting because it's the Chinese version.
Right? It's a shame. It's a shame.
But if it were global, this thing here would be a huge success, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would sell a lot. I'm absolutely sure. A lot, really. Now let me ask you, okay, I think this is an amazing innovation. Isn't the speaker on the Poco F8 Ultra great too?
That too.
Not him here. No, this one is yours. But just leave it there already. It's already kept here. Yeah, it's kept there. No problem. That speaker behind the F8 Ultra is also something really cool. But maybe it doesn't make that much of an impact because we already have on the S26 Ultra itself and on the iPhone 17 Pro Max speakers that come very close to it. Yeah, maybe that's why, but it was really worth it. I think it was a cool innovation to do as well. And speaking of the last one, I think it's an innovation that can be discussed. What did you think about the privacy screen? From Samsung, Now I'm putting you on the spot. Figure it out, my brother. Share your opinion while I adjust this. What do you think?
Look, I'm going to tell you guys what I've been saying since the launch. I, as always, buy the devices here in the pre-sale, so it takes me a few days, sometimes even weeks or even months to receive them after the official launch, right? Since we can't get partnerships, we have to pay for everything ourselves. Nothing here comes from any company partnership. It's all out of pocket. So it's more complicated. But when I saw the launch, all the videos about the S26 Ultra that popped up for me, nobody talked about the camera, nobody talked about the battery, nobody talked about anything. It was all about the privacy screen. I said, man, just put the damn screen protector on the device and that's it. No, wait, it's not that simple. Yeah.
Hold on, we're about to fight. No, it's not like that. You're messing things up.
At first, my reaction was just to use a screen protector, but it's not that simple. The technology is top-notch. After getting the device and testing it, I calmly watched more reviews. It's a cool technology. You can set it to show only notifications, only certain apps, only your banking app, or you can apply it to the whole screen. You can configure that. That's really cool.
That's how I use it. I only set it for pop-up notifications and banking apps. That's it.
That's really cool. Why?
Because the rest messes up the image. Yeah, but look how the image turns out. It gets all messed up, right? Yeah, it does. If you put it on everything.
Yes. But like doing this to justify a price increase, I don't think that would be right, you know?
It's because, if you increase the battery, everyone will benefit from the bigger battery. Everyone will think it's amazing. If you put in a top camera, everyone will benefit from the camera because everyone takes pictures. But not everyone needs a privacy screen. Not everyone wants this feature, and a lot of people didn't even activate it. They bought it and didn't even turn it on. They won't activate it and they'll have to pay more because of it. And not to mention that when it's activated, it actually loses, especially if you set it to the maximum privacy level. It loses brightness, loses quality, loses contrast. The contrast just disappears. There's no contrast at all. So it's an innovation that if it didn't have all these ifs, all these downsides here, it would also be something interesting, especially if they didn't raise the price because of it. But you can't compete.
It's undeniably a very beautiful screen.
Yeah.
But this device is fantastic.
But you can't give it the gold medal for innovation.
That's already decided for another one.
For the 17 Pro Max, that's the one. So the 17 Pro Max takes it too. Now we're moving on to the next one, Rodrigo. We're getting to the final part. You could only have one device, anyone on the market, even if it's not here, or I don't know, even some device that doesn't exist yet. Which one would you choose for yourself for personal use? Go ahead.
Man, so I've been using this device here for 2 weeks. For me, it's the best in the world right now. It's this one right here.
The Oppo Find X9 Ultra. Man, I agree with him. It's amazing. I'll tell you more in my opinion today, just based on my profile, and I was even talking to him about it from my user perspective, the Vivo, just because of its video. For me, for videography, it's a bit more advanced. Stabilization, even we were showing that thing about the moon stabilization where people say it's a bit better. So for videography itself, it has this advantage, and its ultra-wide camera is really good. But Rodrigo told me I barely use the ultra-wide. For me, it's almost useless, and he uses the telephoto a lot, right? The periscope one. Oppo already offers 10x zoom, so you need to consider these differences based on the user's profile. So if someone tells me I choose the Oppo Find X9 Ultra or says I choose the Vivo X300 Ultra, I'll agree with them.
Yeah, exactly. They won't be wrong.
All right, we've reached that conclusion. You're going to test it, and then you can speak with more authority about which one you decided on. But I still have a question, man. Where does my device fit in here? What are you laughing at, man?
Let's go? No, we only have it because my wife uses it. If it were up to me, it wouldn't even be allowed in.
Whoosh! Man, explain why you don't want it. Nobody mentioned, the little Apple device here from Apple, the iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Man, there hasn't been any revolution, nothing, for a long time. It's stopped, it's stuck, it doesn't evolve. It doesn't move forward, it just keeps getting more expensive.
I think I'll agree with Rodrigo, man. Now, let's be fair. Okay, let's be fair. When it comes to videos, it's still really good. For me, he was a little ahead of the other competitors when it comes to Android. For me, the game only ended now with the Vivo X300 Ultra because I haven't seen anything I could get here that I can't get here.
The 16 Pro Max, when you compared it to the S25 Ultra, they were already very similar in video. They went head to head, those two. That's right. Now, in this new generation, I don't know, the S26 Ultra.
I don't know. Actually, what improved in this version was the selfie camera. The selfie camera has improved a lot. So for making videos with the selfie camera, that new center stage, the 18 megapixel selfie camera, it has amazing sharpness. You can record with a wider frame, so in that aspect it was really nice. But the problem is that the Chinese devices came in crushing it, that's the truth. They really came in and made the competition struggle.
And Oppo, I was also tempted to get it because it's the first time they're launching the Ultra version globally.
Yeah.
That's true. It's the first time. It always comes only in Chinese, and I used to go crazy. I said, man, it's not possible. When there's a global version of this, I'll get it. And man, sure enough. But look, what I'm going to tell you is, even though I might understand a little, maybe a bit more than some people who don't know anything about photography, anything about phones, or who just want to pick up the device and use it, even though I have this experience, this background, I'm a very simple user. I like to pick up the device. I even mentioned this to him. Open it, select the photo, zoom in or not, and take the picture, either a normal photo or portrait mode, and take my picture.
Right there. Most people do that.
And that's what I was going to say. Most people do that. And I don't want to, I could stay here adjusting ISO, adjusting lighting, adjusting, a bunch of things here, a lot of features to try to get a better photo. But for me, the best device is the one that gives you the best photo in the standard way of just opening and shooting, which is what most people do. So when he picked up the Vivo to show me, he was like, no, but look at the Vivo's photo, look here. Then he opened it, then he started opening the filter, then look at the filter, look at another filter, look at the adjustment for this, the adjustment for that. I said, man, that's for you, me, and those who know more. Most people will just grab the device, open it, and take a photo. And I mentioned to him that the Vivo X300 Pro, which I had been using for a few months as my personal device, I thought its photos were very dull, very yellowish. That one, it gave a bit of that retro photo effect. And no matter how many filters I applied, either the Zeiss filter itself or the Vivid filter, which is the one I used because it gave more color to the photo, it still didn't deliver a photo that I thought was ideal, It wasn't what I was looking for. And with this device here, when I took the first photos, I said, that's it, I don't need anything else. This guy's the one I want for myself, So we're back to that same point. What is a priority for me, what is essential for me, what is good for me, might not be for him and might not be for you either. This is a very personal thing.
And that thing, in the comparison I did, I talked about this, that Oppo already comes more ready for social media. It comes with the image processing that people like. That's the truth. Processing, yeah, its post-processing already comes with that amazing HDR image, that blue sky, those more vibrant colors, and regular users really like that. The photographer will handle it like he does with the camera, adjusting, taking shots, looking for flare, lowering ISO, and making changes. It's meant for those who enjoy that. For the camera enthusiast, for those who like customizations and adjustments, that guy who really wants to get the best out of it, I think Vivo has the advantage. For the guy who wants A's,
customization possibilities,
right? The guy who wants now, to be honest, either one. It's true. In the end, it's the real meaning of whatever, man. Hey.
That's it.
They're two machines, man. They're two machines. Either one, if you take and try either of these two, then you'll come back here to this video and talk about it.
I checked if there's a Jackson mark for both, but not yet. I think they were working on the X301.
I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't come out. I haven't seen it.
It hasn't come out yet. Yeah, but those two are going to be at the top worldwide by 2026. I believe everyone thinks so, right? Until they release the next generations at the end of the year, but I don't think anyone else is going to come close to them. Those are the two devices to beat this year. Don't you agree?
I agree. I think, in my opinion, the two winners of the year, the two best, are right here. Oppo Find X9 Ultra and Vivo X300 Ultra. In Brazil, we have some possibilities like the Find X9 Pro itself, but it's very expensive. The Galaxy S26 Ultra during promotions was really worth it, and the Motorola Sigma even more so because the price is amazing. True, and there are also some mid-range options here. This was a different video, a more relaxed vibe, a chat trying to clarify a bit more for you about each little specification, about every detail, about the choice we should make, and of course, bringing this guy here to have this chat with us. I crossed the border from Portugal to Spain just to bring you this video, especially to celebrate our 160,000 subscribers here on the channel.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Awesome. On the way to 1 million.
Let's go. One day we'll get there, God willing. We'll make it. Your reputation is impressive. I came to celebrate with you.
It will happen.
It will happen. So if you're not subscribed, please do us this favor. Help us out here. Subscribe so we can reach that million that Rodrigo mentioned. Subscribe here. No.
It's been prophesied. 1 million?
To 1 million. 1 million. Let's wait for Rodrigo here too, because he's going to make the Vivo video here later so we can see his opinion. And I'll also leave the R57 for him to do as well. Let's see if he agrees with my opinions. Deal?
That's it. We're good. Thanks, Marco. Thank you. We're in this together, brother. We're in this together. Guys, thanks for the support. Don't forget to drop a like to help out too. Subscribe to both channels and show us some support, okay? If you want to buy these or other products, Marco has a coupon group. He'll also put the links in the description.
I'll put it here too. I'll put Grunhaus as well.
We're in this together. We're in this together. And let's go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a more laid-back chat here. We're in this together. Let's plan the next ones.
That's it. So it's settled. We're heading out. Hope you enjoyed it. Much love. We're in this together.
I'm out. Thanks.